Sports are sometimes so tough that we see athletes breaking down with the pressure of doing it correctly to make themselves, their trainer, and the people who support them proud. It's a hard life with very little personal time, a lot of stress, and hardships. But sports can also be so inspiring that it can change people's lives. In today's Top 12, we're going to see some amazing moments in sports that inspire youngsters and adults alike to compete fairly and become better humans. Stay with us, because somewhere in the middle of the video, you're going to see the tables turned in the cutest way possible. Number 1, carrying the weight. A lot of people will tell you that wrestling is a brutal sport, and the athletes who compete in wrestling are brutal people that just want to fight. But it's videos like this one that can transform the ideas we have about how we look at things. After this wrestling match, one of the wrestlers was injured, so his opponent took it on himself to carry him safely outside of the wrestling arena. The opponent didn't have to do that. Other people would have given help if needed, but out of respect of his fellow wrestler, he carried him so he didn't have to walk or wait or make his pain even worse. This is truly inspiring. Number 2, the smile that said it all. In a basketball game, 2 players from opposite teams are engaged in a nail-chewing moment, with both of them fighting to get the ball and score. One of them manages not only to hold on to the ball, but actually put the ball in the hoop and win valuable points for his team. The other opponent is so impressed with how he managed to avoid losing the ball and scoring, he gave him a big smile and slapped him playfully on the backside just to let him know that he's good, just like he would do one of his own teammates if they pull something like that. Recognition and praise at its best. Number 3, the passing of the stick. Young people can be so passionate about their favorite sports player that even hardcore adult fans can't match their excitement when their favorite team wins. And in this video, we see a very young boy waiting for his favorite ice hockey player to go for the dressing room, with a smile on his face that lights up the whole arena. The player sees the boy and not only smiles back at him, but chats with him for a bit and then actually hands him his stick. The boy is nothing less than absolutely ecstatic. We're sure he will forever cherish this moment and keep that stick as a perfect reminder that a lot of athletes have golden hearts.
It's all yours.
Whoa! Number 4, a sweet apology. Whether you're an athlete competing at your sport of choice, you perfectly well know that sometimes you might hit someone that's not competing by mistake. Whether it's a referee or a fan, it doesn't matter. But some athletes care a bit more than others about the pain they cause, even if it's by mistake, and even if people get hurt, they know perfectly well that this might happen to them. Here we see a tennis player accidentally hitting with the ball the net lady. He quickly rushes over and kisses her gently on the cheek. The reaction of the lady says it all. Not only did she forget the pain, we're sure she was actually glad to get the tennis ball to hit her. We would be too with an apology like that.
The same net for the judge, and he goes up with the mooch.
Number 5, knowing better. The fans of MMA are used to seeing one opponent passing out when the other one has them in a chokehold or something similar. In most cases, though, the fever of the fight, the referee has to step in and stop them from hurting the opponent even more, because they themselves can't really understand it till someone tells them so. But in this fight, we see the opposite. The fighter who's winning realizes his opponent has passed out, and he yells it to the referee, pleading with him to stop the fight. The referee says he's not out, technically making him fight more. Then the fighter does something highly risky but respectable. He gets up and leaves his opponent on the ground to prove he's indeed passed out. The referee quickly understands his mistake and stops the match.
George has his head free. No, he's not. No, he's not. No, he's not.
He's out!
Number 6, the other way around. Here's one of the moments you've been waiting for. In this top 12, we see athletes inspiring youngsters. But in this particular video, we're going to see the opposite. Instead of an athlete cheering up the youngster, the kid runs to his father and hugs him tightly. The reason? The father was sad that he lost the tennis match he was playing, and his son went to cheer him up. You can see it didn't only work miracles for the father's morale, but actually made everyone who watched it realize the tennis player might have lost the game, but he's clearly won at life. What better way to end a match? Number 7. Brotherly love. Running a triathlon is definitely not an easy thing to do. In this video, we see one of the runners struggling to finish and ready to give up. But his brother, who was also running in the same triathlon, didn't care about finishing in a good place himself and took his brother under his wing quite literally. He put the arm on his brother on his shoulder and didn't only carry him to the finish line, but actually pushed him to finish before him. Whoever said there's a lot of competition between siblings clearly didn't have a chance to watch this inspiring video. Number 8. To save a life. These football players went from obsessing over the score to obsessing over saving a life. One of the players passes out, and the response is immediate, both for teammates and rivals. They gather above him in an instant, giving him CPR and trying to keep him conscious until medics arrive to take proper care of him. For a moment, there is not you and me, there is no your team and my team, there's only us, doing our best to save a player, a fellow athlete that's in need. While the medics carry him out, the whole stadium is clapping, emotional from the scene they've just witnessed. Number 9. The fan who found his idol. Even though this little fan had a way of expressing his love we do not recommend, in his case it turned out not only good, but in the best possible way he could have expected. He stormed onto the football field to get close to his idol, and the football player received him with open arms, and not by calling on security to take him out as it would have been expected. The kid's crying with happiness on meeting his idol, and when the security comes rushing to take him, the player stops him with a gesture and insists on taking the child out himself, while protectively having his arm around the kid's shoulders. At the end, the player takes off his shirt and donates it to the crying kid, who had such an emotional meeting he'll surely never forget it. Number 10. Fighting for the good. This MMA fighter had a fan who had Down syndrome and managed to arrange for him to get his wish, to actually fight his idol in the ring. What's even more impressive, this famous MMA fighter actually fought him off in somewhat equal terms. He did let the fan win, but he didn't make it so obvious as to hurt the fan's feelings. He put on a whole show and let the fan believe he actually did manage to win in the end, which we're absolutely certain that not only made the fan's day, but created a valuable memory he'll cherish for the rest of his life. Number 11. Size doesn't matter. It's a phrase we hear a lot, but never in our lives could we have connected it to sports. This video, though, changed our minds, and it'll change yours too. The two tennis players are competing in a game, but by the end of it, they want to show they hold no grudges to each other no matter the score. And what better way to show it than with a hug? The only problem is the height difference between these two opponents is colossal. The smallest of the two has a solution, though. He quickly grabs a chair and puts it right by the net and then hugs his huge opponent, who hugs him back, laughing and smiling. Number 12. Fatherly love. We know a mother's love can move mountains, and we've seen it thrive time and time again in nature and in humans. But what about fatherly love? This last video is a perfect example of how the love of a father can help you get over any obstacle in your life. The runner is clearly having problems finishing the race, probably because of a cramp, and he struggles to finish, barely stepping on his foot while keeping focused on the finish line. And then the most amazing thing happens. His dad enters the stadium, rushes to him, and helps him to get to the finish line. The runner cries, both from frustration, but mostly because the result doesn't matter anymore. He has the most valuable reward ever around his arm already. Well, there you have it for today. These were the top 12 most inspiring and beautiful moments in sports. Which one was your favorite? Tell us in the comments and let us know if we forgot any you'd like to see. And until next time, stay safe and don't forget, like this video, hit that subscribe button, and be signed up to the channel for more amazing Top 10.